Oh,
Nice,
that's
great.
a cool punching bag, bro. Over there, right there. So,
Yeah,
do you do punching?
yeah, I do it for like yoga is a part of my life. So
Okay.
it's yeah, I tend to do not yoga, but I'm also into like making myself stronger. So
Hmm.
a big fan of Bruce Lee. So I try to
Oh,
do
you like
some.
Bruce Lee?
I'm a big gigantic fan of him.
Oh,
Yeah,
me
I
too,
admire
bro.
his
I'm a great
ability
fan
and
of Bruce Lee.
determination. Yeah, that guy is, I guess, GOAT. If I ever get a chance to meet a person who is dead, like hypothetically, I would
Mhm.
that would be the first person that I would like to meet.
Actually speaking, in my childhood days, I remember watching Bruce Lee movies many times.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I because of him, I joined karate class, but
Mm.
I didn't learn anything from that class. I just went there for around 6 months. They shifted the class to a different location, and I stopped going. So, but I'm a great Bruce Lee fan till now. Still, yeah, always be
Yeah.
like water, my friend. Yeah,
Yeah. Be formless, be
yeah.
shapeless. Yeah.
Cool, bro. Okay, let's start with the introduction. We haven't even introduced.
Yeah. By the way, like your channel, I guess it has been increasing exponentially. Yeah, it's quite. I guess 45,000 subscribers or something.
Yeah, somewhere around 68, I think.
Oh, wow. I made a blunder. Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am Janil, by the way. I am just like you too. I'm also a YouTuber. I'm a full-time English teacher, so I teach in school, private school, 11th and 12th grade student, and I teach in academy where I train people who want to go in IT. So I teach them spoken English, communication skills, and body language. And YouTuber, yeah, I'm a YouTuber as well. I make content podcasts with people who are from different parts of the world. So that's pretty much about me in a nutshell.
Yeah, I've seen some of your videos, and you always talk with foreigners, right?
Yeah, that's what I predominantly do. Yeah.
Okay. So, any particular reason you don't like Indians?
No, I won't say that. But I
Okay.
feel like it comes a point where you feel like, you're like, I felt like my skills were being stagnant. So I
Hmm.
wanted to, push the envelope and I wanted to do something different because a lot of people, a lot of YouTubers make podcasts with, Indians.
Hmm.
It's not a bad thing. I'm not criticizing it, but I thought that I should do something unique.
Okay.
So that's how that idea came across my mind, and I thought, how can I do that?
Yeah.
So
And
that's what I did.
also, and also, I've been seeing that you use a lot of English words, different advanced English vocabularies. The question that I always have when I see your video, when I watch your video, when you use different words in very, most of the videos you use different words, unique words. So when I watch those, the only one question that I have in my mind is, how are you able to remember all those words, first of all? Because it's very difficult. I'm telling you, in my experience, I'm also more into vocabulary. I try learning vocabularies, but most of the time it's very difficult for me to use those vocabularies. It's because either the situation doesn't arise, or else I myself forget that vocabulary at that specific time, but later I'll be able to remember for my whole life. So it'll be like that.
Yeah, it happens. It happens with a lot of people. And like what I do is I'm crazy about English. I often exaggerate that English is my religion. So I make sure
Okay.
it is ubiquitous in my life. Whatever I do, I make sure that English is there. So even sometimes I talk to my parents in English, although they are not able to reply in English, but they
Okay.
are able to comprehend it.
So
So
you
that's
still
what I try.
okay, they cannot reply, but you still talk to them in English.
Yeah, that's how crazy I am.
Okay, you're
So
giving them a hard time.
yeah,
Yeah,
sometimes in that way I feel like I try to hit two birds with a stone. They can also learn English,
yeah,
and simultaneously, I get the chance to practice my skills.
yeah. You know what? Let me tell you one incident that happened when I was learning English. Like I'm still learning English, like 2, 3 years ago. I tried speaking with my sister only in English, and initially she agreed. She said, "Okay, we both will talk only in English." Obviously, I cannot talk to my parents in English because most of them, I mean, they understand English, but they are not very interested in it.
Well,
But when I
mm,
started speaking with my sister in English, initially she was okay, and then later she got really angry because every time I speak only in English. Even when she is in angry mood, still I would be talking in English. She got really angry one day, and I'm done with this English shit. I don't want to learn this language. I hate this. You don't talk. Either you talk to me in Tamil, or else you don't even have to talk to me. Something like that. She said.
Happens. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't blame her. Yeah, she's right because usually what happens when you try to speak in another language, which is our not native language, you have to little bit you have to pressurize your mind. You have to
Yeah.
compel yourself to put on your thinking cap. So that can be bothersome at times. You cannot do it all the time. But I've like for from my side, I try to do it deliberately, and
Hmm.
even it can be sometimes, a bit of headache for me like even I have to pressurize my mind to be in that situation, but I
Okay.
tend to do it. Like, yeah,
Okay. So I know that you are teaching English to students. So for your English improvement, do you do any practices? Like to be in the same level, still we have to work out, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Look, English is kind of like, as you mentioned, talked about the word workout. It's kind of like workout. You have to do
Yeah.
it on regular basis, right? So even I tell my students that never rest on your laurels. Even if you take a break of single day, you'll have to start from square one. So
Yeah.
I apply the same theory. I never take a break from it. And prior to our podcast, I practiced like hell, literally hell. I was doing a lot of preparation for it,
Okay.
and I wanted to make sure that it stays up to the mark. And every time I am invited as a guest on anyone's podcast, or if I try to approach them, I make sure that I set the bar high. So
Okay.
that's what I want to do.
So practice in the
And
sense, what practices do you do? What type of practices? Like any specifics can you
sometimes
give?
I simply glimpse at my books. Like I've curated 5 books
Okay.
about vocabulary, idioms, and pronunciations, grammar. So sometimes I take a look at that. Sometimes I take a look at my posters. I have a lot of words around in
Okay.
my room. So yeah, that's I try to inculcate those things. And
Okay. So do you do these things like some people, what they do is to remember the vocabularies, they do paper clips. They just write down the word and their meaning in a small paper and they put it somewhere on the wall or a board. Do you do something like that?
yeah, similarly, I
Okay.
don't do paper clips. I have the entire papers. So
Okay.
I stick it on my wall. Yeah, the entire
Okay.
papers. And every day, like I also check the usability of it. Like I don't want to sound like a Shakespeare. People won't be able to understand me. So I make
Yeah.
sure that I have friends, native friends, and I ask them whether this word or idiom is applicable. Then only I try to inculcate in myself.
Oh, that's cool, bro. Okay, now let
Yeah.
me ask you this question. Okay, this is a very common question I ask to most of the people that I talk with. Tell me about your English journey. How did everything started? I mean, how did you start? What were you doing before, like 5 years before?
I would say I'll go back to 7 or 8 years. Yeah. It started with a lot of trials and tribulations. I faced a lot of challenges like any English learners do. I
Okay.
was never, I never even thought about teaching English. It happened accidentally because after my 10th grade, I was clueless. I neither wanted to go with maths nor with science.
Hmm.
So I thought, let's go with arts. Then one thing led to another, and eventually I got the bug for English. And I thought that I would be able to make my ends meet by teaching this language. So that's how the entire journey started.
So you started as a learner. You wanted to learn this language because just you liked it.
Definitely,
Okay.
definitely. I
And
joined a
that,
spoken English class,
hmm,
and that's how I got the bug for it, by looking at my professor and the way he used to teach and the amount of salary that he used to get. A lot of students, his class was always jam-packed with students. So I
okay.
thought that this would be a nice profession to do.
How much was he making?
Probably at that time 1 lakh, I guess, per month at that
Oh,
time.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah, at that time, I'm talking about at least 1 decade ago. Right now, is completely on a different level. But yeah, at that time,
Yeah, that's a good thing about skill. If you're working in a company, you would be getting salary and one day you might get fired. But if you're selling your skill, it's the skill is going to
yes,
be with you for your entire lifetime. You can still make a hell lot of money with that.
definitely. And
Yeah,
not
that's
only, I would like to tell that that professor of mine, he was not merely an English teacher. He was also a public speaker. So
Okay.
by doing a lot of speeches in public, he used to get a lot of students from word of mouth, you know. So he
Hmm.
was used to do a lot of extracurricular activities as well, apart from his teaching.
Oh, that's great, bro. Okay, so do you have any specific hobbies? What do you do in your free time? I see that you've been doing boxing, you've been punching.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Uh, Rather than that, I'm a big fan of, that one, movies and series.
yeah, I know
So,
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
you're
tend to
fond of
watch,
English Hollywood movies, right? Web series.
big fan, yeah. So I'm crazy about that. So I watch a lot of films, movies,
Okay.
make podcasts, yeah, and working out.
Okay, so that's the question that I was about to ask you. So, like, tell me some of your favorite movies and web series, especially to learn English. Okay, if you're recommending a movie to a student, okay, this movie you watch, you can learn English very easily. So, do you have any list of movies like that?
For beginners, I would often tell them start with Indian version of anything. Like as of now, Kurukshetra has been there on Netflix, so people
Oh,
can go with that. They can
Kurukshetra.
find the, yeah, about, based on 18 days
It's a
war of
movie.
Mahabharata. A series. It's a series.
Okay.
Kurukshetra.
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't know about that. Who's the actor?
it's a kind of like animation. It's an
Oh,
animated
okay.
series. There are no actors in it, but you will love it. Like once you start watching it, and again you'll
Sure.
do like hit two birds with a stone. You'll get the knowledge of Mahabharata, and you'll
Hmm.
get the knowledge of English as well. So
Sure. Yeah. I've known a little
yeah.
bit of Mahabharata, but I never got interest in studying literature or mythology, anything. Yeah.
Oh, okay. As you talked about my asked about my hobbies, I'm also into that Ramayana and Mahabharata. Like I did
Okay.
my PhD in Mahabharata. So yeah,
PhD.
that yeah in
Oh, wow.
Mahabharata.
Okay. So, what I've heard is Mahabharata, the Dharma, whatever it says, it's completely from a war, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit complex. Like the war, like Arjuna was in dilemma what to do, whether to fight against his relatives and friends. Then Lord
Okay.
Krishna told him everything that this is your dharma and karma, regardless of your whether it be your relatives or friends. So it's a kind of a teaching, and that happened on the battlefield. Yeah,
Okay. Bhagavad Gita is the philosophical aspect of Mahabharata, I think,
yeah,
if I'm not wrong.
yeah.
Right?
Yes,
Okay.
even the characters, the nuances, they are so like if you try to read it or if you even watch the series itself,
Hmm.
uh, well, like I'm sure you will love it. And it's in Indian accent in English. So people who are not able to decipher any other accent in English, they can go with Indian accent first. And
Mm.
later on, once they get the grasp over it, they can move on to another accent as well.
Yeah. Okay, this one I just remembered. Yeah. I know that you've been working on in your accent, like you want to develop American accent. And
Yeah.
so how's that going? And so what do you usually do to improve, to learn American accent?
As I told previously, I watch films. I
Okay.
make podcasts with foreigners, so that's how I try to learn it. I
Okay.
sit with a book and a pen. So if I feel like, this is a word that I say it in this manner, and I see that my guest say it in different manner, so I jot it down and I work on it. So it's a
Okay.
systematic process, and it's still work in process, I guess, and it will be like that.
It's a
But like I
painstaking
said,
process, I think.
definitely, yeah,
Yeah, I usually don't prefer writing. Writing is, I'm not, it's not like I'm
yeah.
not good at writing. I hate writing. It's
Oh,
really
okay.
painstaking. Yeah.
For me, I have this old school kind of thing. Like I
Okay.
jot down everything. I never write on my laptop or something. It has to be on book. That's how I do it. Like I have like a abundance of pens also. I do it in that manner.
Great, bro. Great.
I was about to ask you, what kind of things do you like to do in your downtime?
Okay, in my free time, I usually don't do anything. I'm a very lazy guy. I do work and I do YouTube, and then I lie on my bed, watch, scroll Instagram reels. Very rarely I go for a walk or a jog, and that's all these days. So I'm not very active these days. I'm planning to be very active. I'm thinking of going for a jog. I used to run a lot, like 2, 3 years ago. I always run minimum 3 kilometers every day. I mean,
Oh,
if I go
that's
for a
good.
run, at least it should be 3 kilometers. I always do that, but nowadays I'm not doing it. And obviously it's because of work stress and YouTube stress.
Yeah.
Everything has become a stress now.
Definitely, definitely. And
Yeah,
we always feel like, restlessness. We feel like that person is doing better than us. So the state of comparison is always there. And
yeah,
sometimes it can be good, and most of the times it can be bad because, like you said, we are always, under stress.
yeah.
So,
Well, I usually don't compare myself with others. I always have this thing. Okay, if I get the right time and skill, definitely I can beat anyone. It's not like overconfidence. It's just the confidence I have. Okay,
yeah,
definitely I can do it someday, but I am delaying it. I know it very clearly. I'm not able to focus. If I can put every day 4 hours on YouTube, I can definitely grow my channel exponentially. Like, but
really.
I'm not able to do it. I barely spend 4 hours in a week for my YouTube. So that's the reason.
And how did you reach this many subscribers? Like, when did you start your channel, and what was the journey, transition?
Oh, bro, actually, I started last year, January, probably. Yeah,
Really?
January.
Just
Yeah.
1 year?
It's going
Wow.
to be 2 years now. If this
Okay.
year completes, it's going to be 2 year. So yeah, in the first 8 months, I did not get any subscribers because I was uploading solo videos, right? Nobody was interested in watching my video. I myself watched many times to increase the views. I did that. No, I literally did that. I put that video on autoplay mode. I kept watching again and again and again so that YouTube will think the people are watching this video. Let's promote it to others. So I thought about that. So but later, after 8 months, after I started conversational type of videos, I got a little bit of reach. People started knowing me. Okay, okay, there is a guy who speaks in English doing conversation. So that's how
Mm.
I got a little bit of reach. So I
Interesting.
saw
Wow.
Shanta ma'am's video. Do you know Shanta ma'am?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
She also makes videos like us, in our niche.
Yeah.
So I saw her video for the first time, and then I thought of giving a try on this niche. I was like, oh my God, she's doing good. Okay, let's try this. Actually, I'll tell you one thing. When I started this conversational niche, I was not very fluent. I mean, still I'm not very fluent, but I was not this fluent back then. But my English has improved a little bit after doing these videos because I've been talking with people, right?
Mm.
So I can
Wow.
see there is an improvement. Okay, so now I have this question. I thought of asking you. I forgot. Now I remembered. Okay, somebody
Sure.
told me that you hate fried items, you hate junk foods, and
Yes.
you hate those people who eat junk foods. And how
Oh,
dare
yeah.
you can say something like that? I am a sole lover of
Really?
junk foods. I really do enjoy fried items.
I think no, no, I don't hate the people, but I do loathe junk food, fast food. Rather, you have a good body and
Hmm.
good physique, because God, I treat my body as a temple. So
Okay.
I like, if you put good fuel in your engine in your vehicle, then it's gonna last longer. So that's what I believe in. I do have cheat days, but again,
Okay.
like at that time, I eat home cooked food, which is kind of like like whatever, like pav bhaji. So I
So
eat bhaji.
on your cheat days, you eat only home cooked foods.
Yeah, that is a fast food, but home cooked.
Okay, fast food that is home cooked. Still, you don't go to restaurants or any food courts or
I rarely
joints.
do. So when I go to a restaurant, I usually prefer to have dosas. I'm a big fan of dosas. So
Yeah.
that's what I usually like to eat. Other than that, no. It's been a
Okay.
like
Paneer
hello
butter
patai,
masala,
paneer butter, like sabji.
parota.
Yeah, that. Yeah, my mom cooks it. Paratha,
Okay.
yeah, I eat on daily basis. Paratha, what's wrong with it?
French
It has
fries,
to be
burgers, pizza. I don't. Never.
burgers, pizzas, no. French fries, homemade.
Okay.
Chips, not even French fries, because French fries, I guess you have to put it in refrigerator for longer period of time. But
Yeah.
chips, you can cut the like potato and directly you can fry it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I like French fries a lot. When I squeeze it, when I see the oil, that's the taste. That will give you the pleasure.
That's a good thing.
Just
Like
joking.
I'm, yeah,
What I want to know is somebody told me this. Being healthy itself, it's an addictive thing. When you think healthy, when you're mindful in eating, it will become so addictive. You will not eat any non-veg or roadside food, especially fried items. Is it true? Are you something like that? Are you becoming so addictive towards eating healthy?
I've been always like this. So if it is addiction, so be it. Because my mindset is really clear that
Mhm.
outside food, fast food is garbage, and I don't want to put that garbage in my stomach.
Okay.
And if I do that, I won't be able to, have the energy to do the kind of workout that I do. Like
Yeah,
I'm into cycling, I'm into yoga, boxing, as you can see. So you cannot have best of both worlds.
that's
You
true.
can either select one thing or you can go with another. It cannot go hand in hand. You know.
Okay.